Hello everybody, welcome to Lido Fine Art. Today's video is going to be about how I accidentally sold my soul to a demon. Yes, you heard me, I fucked up. So let me preface this by saying I had just gotten done with, a long astral projection experience. I had gotten up, gone to the bathroom, and then I was ready to go to sleep. And I told myself, just go to sleep. No more astral projection for tonight. You need rest because that shit is draining. Okay? And I always wake up every morning tired as fuck. Like, I feel like I never get any sleep because I'm astral projecting, sorry, every single night. Whether I try or not, it just happens usually. But anyway, I had just gotten done with that and I was ready to go to sleep. And so I immediately get pulled right back into the astral realm. But this time, instead of it being all nice and cool and stuff, I am greeted by a demon. Or three. I'm not quite sure if it was one or three. If it was one I can't talk today. If it was one making an illusion or if it was two disguising themselves in addition to that one that pulled me in the first place. And if you hear my dog barking in the background, I'm sorry, I can never shut her up. She's just doing her job. But anyway, yes, met with 3 demons or so, and right off the bat, he's like, so yeah, you need to sign this. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And the thing I will say though, when I astral project, I usually experience it one of 3 ways, either from the third person, the first person, or both the first and third person simultaneously. I don't know why or how or whatever, but that's usually how that happens. And I would say about 90% of the time, I'm like on autopilot, if that makes sense. So like while I can think and be in the now with, my thoughts and stuff, kind of does not translate to my astral self, if that makes sense. So like I'm witnessing me, but like that me is on autopilot and kind of doing her own thing, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does. Sorry if it doesn't. But yeah, so I was not in control really with what I was doing. But I do remember being, psychologically and mentally there. And I remember, saying, nope, don't fall for it. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. Don't fall for that shit. And immediately my astral self was like, nope, not doing it. Thank God. Well, yeah. Okay, so that happened. And then the demon's like, oh, okay. Well, if you don't, I'm going to kill your boyfriend and his family, and I'm going to kill your friend and her family. And I was like, no, not doing it. And then, of course, it showed me what it would do to them in all graphic detail that it could, of course. It was gross. It was horrendous. And I am not going to describe in detail what I saw because it was super graphic and it was nasty. So, yeah. And then that's when it or they turned into my friend and my boyfriend. And they were like, please don't let this happen to me. You can't let this happen to me. while my other friend is like, yeah, like, are you gonna let them kill my daughter? Like, you gonna let them kill my family? And then that's where my astral self fucked up because it fell for that trap and then signed the fucking book. But like with my arm, and it was like an arm print, which I didn't even know that was a way you can sign things. But basically, I stamped my arm on the book like this, and like gold writing shimmered onto my skin and like then burned into it, and then it burned into the book. And to be honest, my arm hurt even when I woke up, but I woke up literally yelling no. Like I was literally saying no as it happened. And then I woke up and then I noticed it was like 3:30 in the morning, which is bad. Really, really, really bad, and only validated what happened. So, you know, I did what any other person would do, and that was panic the fuck out. Like, I freaked the fuck out. And I didn't know what to do. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I know someone who is a demonologist, and who's amazing, and is a medium, and knows what they're doing, and is awesome. So, if you don't know Melinda, aka The Last Frontier Medium, she has a website where you can do paranormal advisory requests if you have demon problems, which, because I am new to demonology and I'm not at her level of mediumship, there's only so much that I can do right now. So I put in a request asking for her help to see, you know, make sure all this shit disappeared, because I don't want to go to hell. And that's not a place where anyone wants to be. Trust me. So yeah, I did that because I was freaking the fuck out and I don't want to go to hell. So yeah. And now I do have her on Instagram. And of course I follow her on YouTube. And so I waited. I know she's busy. She was going through some heavy stuff. And I respect that totally. I shouldn't, you know, take precedence over anybody, obviously. But while I waited, it was just mental torture the entire time. And I kept fighting, like, myself in the way, like, holy crap, like, how can you be so stupid? Like, you're fucked. Like, if something, I don't know, if something happens, God forbid, and I die, I am fucked. Like, I am fucked. Like, it's possible to be rescued from hell, but it's very, 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 very difficult. And it takes hordes of angels to help just one soul out. So I knew how dangerous and serious the situation was, and I was just terrified. Meanwhile, I already have the whole monkey mind thing. If you don't know what that is, I think that's like a Buddhism phrase for when your mind is restless. And I have the type of mind where it's everywhere. Like, I have like 8,000 thoughts all at once at the same time going off, and then doing the whole mental torture, because, you know, that's what demons want. Huh? They want you to suffer in any way possible. Then I had the monkey mind that I normally have, but it was significantly worse. And I don't know how much of that was actually me and how much of that was not me, if you know what I mean. And having, you know, demons fuck with that. Yeah, it was just agony. And I freaked the fuck out. And I went to get help from somebody else while I waited for Melinda to get back, to see maybe if he could help. And honestly, probably, I don't know. he was some kind of like Hindu witch guy. I don't know what the correct term for that is. Like shaman, I guess, maybe. I'm not sure. He supposedly had some strong ties with Shiva, which I've worked with Shiva before. I've met him. He's amazing. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, you know what? This can't hurt. We'll try that. And he did his ritual, and it helped my mind a little bit. There was still that thought that was like, but what if that didn't fix anything? But like, it did calm my mind a bit down. Like, I am thankful for that much, at least. And so I'm still kind of like in the mind torture thing. And after a few days after that, I see one of my friend's videos. Well, I call Melinda my friend just because we talk a lot on social media and stuff with each other. And we always comment on each other's posts and stuff. But yeah, so, I always do that. And on YouTube, I follow her for, she's amazing, great information, very helpful. And one of her videos popped up that I did not remember watching. And the thing is, with her channel, I watch everything she posts the second she posts it. Normally, as long as I'm not, even if I'm at work, like, I even listen to her videos at work while I'm multitasking, doing work things. Like, I am always there watching her stuff. And this video popped up, and I'm like, what is that? Like, I don't remember watching that. And pretty much she talked about, like, what happens when you sell your soul and what you can do to get out of it. And I was like, holy shit, this is exactly what I needed. Like, why haven't I seen this before? Why didn't I remember any of this? Now, that could be on purpose because the demons didn't want me to remember, and they're good at manipulating the human body and mind. They're good at that. But that video popped up, and I know that popped up on purpose, and that was my guides and angel friends, like, giving me peace. Literally, was giving me peace. So I watched it, and I'm like, holy shit. And because she's like, well, really, you can go to a priest, or you can ask your guides and angels and Shiva for, help to disconnect you from that situation, which is exactly what I did. And the second I was done watching that video, after a week of mind torture, I bawled. Not gonna lie, I cried. I cried for a good half hour. I cried. I finally felt peace and relaxed and could finally stop the torture that was going on inside my mind. It's funny because she literally like talked about that moment of release and how you would feel once that happened, and she was right. She was absolutely right. She nailed it on the head. So, yeah. My guides and angels have been messaging me, like, I should put messaging me like on a phone. No, they've been sending me like signals that I'm good, not to worry, relax, like, you're fine. Thank God, because holy shit, I was scared shitless for a good solid week. I never thought that would ever happen to me. I always thought I'm smart enough to not do that and sell my soul to a demon. But literally, I was coerced on the astral realm when I was on autopilot, and they were able to trick some people say it's your higher self. I don't know, like that whoever that was didn't seem very high in the self, if you know what I mean. Didn't seem all too smart, if you ask me. I don't know. So yeah, that was my experience of when I accidentally sold my soul to a demon and how I got out of it. And if you are ever in a situation like that, just remember, if you want out of it, you can get out of it. You can absolutely get out of it. Just, ask Archangel Michael for help, Archangel Gabriel. I've been, well, when I was freaking the hell out, I was asking for help from everybody. So you can do that too. And you will be helped. Absolutely. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. Hope to see you again soon.